Hi, welcome to episode 4 of Life is Strange True Colours. Thanks for joining me. Episode 3. Wow, what an ending. I think Gabe is dead. We have to assume after he went over the edge of the ravine, he might have survived until the point where all those rocks and boulders tumbled down on top of him, but I think he's been killed. And it's a shocker. You may have gathered this from the expression on my face at the end of episode 3. For Alex, of course, this is now a total tragedy. Hours after telling Gabe, the one person who she not only trusted to tell her secret to, but who'd believed her as well, has gone. He said he was going to help her. She said she was broken. He stressed that you're not on your own. I'm here now. We'll do this together. And they won't do it together. And he's not there anymore. And she is on her own. And it's just bad. The one saving grace, I suppose, in all of this would be that he lived long enough to see Alex harness her power for the first time ever. She was able to turn this thing that threatened to swamp her and overwhelm and paralyze her as it's done before and take control of her completely. She was able to use her insight to understand it and refocus this energy into something which actually got her and Ethan back across that fallen tree trunk to the safe side of the ravine. So he lived long enough to see this thing that he called her superpower actually become a superpower. And that's fantastic. But they'd already bemoaned the 8 years they'd spent apart and said, they were looking forward to quickly doing something about that and getting to know each other again. And that won't happen now. And neither will them growing into a more mature brother-sister relationship, going into middle age, old age. All those family tree possibilities that could have happened are lost. Gabe's dead. Ryan, of course, what a decision to have to make. He sacrificed his best friend's life. He saved his best friend's sister's life. And if he'd done nothing, they'd both be dead. And arguably, he also saved Ethan's life by putting Ethan under that ledge so that as the rocks came thundering down, Ethan was protected from, certain death. None of that's going to matter to Ryan. He's going to be devastated by the loss of Gabe. He will be reliving the moment he cut that safety rope for the rest of his life. I wonder, is this it for Ryan? I thought about this afterwards. As a park ranger, can he ever take groups of people into the mountains again, knowing that they rely on him for direction and for their safety? Or is that it? Is it now going to be that the wilds and the beautiful mountains and all the other things that go with it are just going to be too painful a reminder of what happened that night on the mountain and how Gabe was lost? I thought about how central Gabe was to the life in Haven Springs. He knew everyone knew him. He had good relationships, Mac accepted, with just about everybody there. So there's going to be a huge hole left by Gabe's death. It's going to affect lots of other characters. Some of them are going to have to rally round for Alex because they'll know that, Gabe was there for her, and now they will presumably step in and try and fill that void. I presume Steph is one of those, although I think Steph is going to be caught up with helping Ryan. We know they're in some sort of relationship. We don't know what. I think it goes beyond friendship. They're certainly drinking pals, but I think there's there's something there. So her time's going to be spoken for, I think, helping Ryan to just get through the next few hours and days. I think Jed will be consoling Ryan. I think he's been there. Jed, of course, is no stranger to life and death situations like that, having to make decisions. He's going to very much say to him, look, Ryan, all 4 of you could have died. The fact that 3 of you came back is down to you. You saved your life and 2 others by what you did. That's going to be no consolation at all to Ryan, but there's some hard thinking to be done. And actually it reminded me of a line from an old war movie which says, it goes something like, there can be no blame, but naturally there'll be thoughts. Ryan's going to be asking himself questions about what happened forever and a day. There was nothing else he could have done, and you and I know that, but he will be asking himself, was there something? It's just the way things are, isn't it? And then there's Charlotte, of course, thinking of other characters. She had this marvellous relationship with Gabe, and, the three of them together, this embryonic family. Everything was going right for them. Yes, I mean, it was cute that Gabe had to take some flowers to her because he'd done something wrong. But, it's a 3-year relationship, and the bedrock must have been absolutely solid. He'd already moved in with her, it was going the right way, and it's finished. So Charlotte will be devastated. She's lost her soulmate. Ethan's lost the father figure that he looked up to. It's bad. As I said, it is bad. And what about poor old Ethan? It's his fault, and he will know this. Ultimately, it's his fault for disobeying his mother and Gabe and going up into the mountains that all this happened, that Gabe is dead. If he hadn't done it, none of this would have unfolded. Presumably, Deputy Pike is going to be at the centre of any investigation going forwards. Deputy Pike. We know Alex doesn't have a great opinion of Deputy Pike because she didn't enjoy their first encounter. I think he may have made himself come across as something flippant to her. Deputy Pike is going to be looking into 2 possibilities, isn't he? The first one, and you know this, is that it was an accident, and the second is that it was intentional. In other words, it was murder. Now, we might be wasting our time thinking, how can it have been an accident? But I think we should look at it because it is a possibility, and Deputy Pike will be looking at it, I think. We know that Gabe phoned the Typhon Mining Safety Group team and said, please postpone the blast for 9 p.m. Ethan is somewhere up in the mountains. We're going to look for him and find him, bring him back. When we're all safe, I will phone you again to tell you we're all clear of the danger area and that you can proceed with the blast. We know that call happened because Ryan overheard it. Alex was there. Someone at Typhon Mining Safety team took that call. What if that call somehow was misunderstood? Yes, all right, it sounds very straightforward, doesn't it, as a message, and they're in the safety team, for goodness sake, but they're human beings. Human beings are fallible. They make mistakes. Any system that relies on human communication is fraught with danger. What if the person who took the message either forgot to pass it on or passed it on, but it got distorted, misunderstood, corrupted in some way, and never did reach the person whose finger was on the button and pushing it to detonate all the explosives and cause the blast to go ahead? So it was purely an error, a terrible human mistake. Is there any other evidence to support this possibility? You may be thinking this can't have happened. It's a safety team. They know what they're doing. In the Black Lantern, Alex overheard 2 Typhon Mining employees having a conversation, and it wasn't a comfortable conversation to overhear. If you look at it in the wider context, that conversation between the 2 of them calls into question the ability of the Typhon employees and their confidence in carrying out their assigned roles. Maybe Typhon was working them too hard. Maybe Typhon's training wasn't complete. Maybe Typhon was expecting employees to perform tasks and discharge responsibilities that they didn't have the training or ability to confidently and safely do. The other guy did say, I'm not going to write you up for sedition. It just sows a seed of doubt in our minds. Why were we asked and able to overhear that conversation? Perhaps it has some significance in this scenario where Gabe died because of a dreadful mistake. If it was a mistake, then obviously the next question is, do they find out who did it? Are they going to own up? Are they going to realise what they've done but try and deflect suspicion onto someone else and cover up what they did? That's as far as my thinking goes with the idea that this was just a terrible, terrible mistake and an accident, and Gabe died through human error. Now, the other option, and I'm sure this is the one you're interested in, and so am I, by the way, is who would want someone dead? If this is a murder, who do we suspect? The obvious person is Mac, because we know Mac has an argument, an axe to grind with Gabe. He's got an even bigger one to grind with Alex now, because Alex, by telling the truth to his girlfriend, ended Mac's 4-year relationship, which he said was the centre of everything in his life. And it's gone. And he's very, very angry, I'm sure, with Alex, who he already considers a psycho. She's beaten him up, remember. The question about Mac is this too simple? Is it too obvious? And is Mac capable of that level of organisation? Is he a killer? We know he's got a grudge, but a murderous grudge? Maybe, maybe not. I would like to know who specifically the person was that Gabe spoke to when he made that phone call to Typhon Mining's safety team. Because if this is a malicious act, if this is a murder, then that person has questions to answer. Did they take the information that Gabe gave them and just swallow it and pass it on to no one? Because this is exactly the opportunity that person was hoping for, to get some revenge on Gabe and Ryan and Alex, and maybe, we don't know, perhaps they had murderous intent for everybody at that point, and it didn't worry them, their conscience, that there were 4 people going to be in the path of whatever came down the mountain. It's hard to see that person being Mac. But if it isn't Mac, who is it? Because we don't know enough about any of the other characters in Haven Springs to be able to attribute a motive to them. The other thing that occurred to me rather about that phone call is, if it wasn't that phone call which went astray, did someone phone up to Typhon safety team pretending to be Gabe and gave the all clear? Did they ring up and say, yes, we've got him, it's okay, we're safe now, we're off the mountain, we're out of the blast zone, you can go ahead whenever you're ready with the blast? For that to have happened, whoever that person was, they must have known that Ethan was on the mountain and that the others had gone after him. Is it possible that Gabe and Ryan and Alex, when they were assembling whatever kit they were taking with them, did so maybe in the Black Lantern with other people around, so that their plans were known by quite a bunch of people, certainly by whoever the person was who was going to perpetrate this dreadful act? Because otherwise, I was thinking to myself, how would anyone know that they were up there at that specific time? It is quite a stretch, isn't it? And I started to go down the rabbit hole here, and you're going to have to go with me on this. This is a way out theory, a really way out theory. If you want something that belongs in the sort of the truth is out there realm, alien abductions are only one step further on from this, stick with me and see what you think. I was thinking about Ethan's comic. Ethan's comic is based on him exploring the old Typhon mine workings and the mountains beyond, where no one really goes. How can that be a plot point in Gabe's death? How about this? What if Typhon Mining, who we know the community is suspicious about, they don't trust them, many of the community think they're up to something. What happens if Typhon Mining is up to something? Up in the mountains, they have got some sort of illegal activity going on. It's bad, and if they're found out about it, it will mean ruin for the company, arrests, all sorts of mayhem from now till Sunday next week. They've got to keep that operation secret and away from prying eyes. Ethan has a comic. His mum likes his comic. She gets it replicated and distributed around Haven Springs. People buy Ethan's comic. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? One day, a Typhon Mining employee, perhaps in the management, who knows full well what's really happening up in Typhon Mine, up there in the mountains, goes into a coffee shop, buys a copy of Ethan's comic, sits down with his cappuccino to read it, and his eyes go wide and he grips the corners of the comic and struggles not to choke on his cappuccino. Because what he's looking at in front of him isn't fiction, it's fact. This kid's been exploring the Typhon mine that's all locked down. Not only that, he's gone into the mountains beyond the Typhon mine where this nefarious operation is underway. Suddenly, Typhon mining person, man, woman, whoever, knows there's a big problem here. If this kid's really seen things he shouldn't have seen and tells what he's seen, then they're in big, big trouble. They have to get rid of him. How do they do this? All right, I said we were going down a rabbit hole. Let's carry on, shall we? Let's go to the right dark end of the rabbit hole where you need a torch to see what you're doing. Somehow they've got to engineer getting Ethan into the danger zone so that they can perhaps use the blast to get at him and kill him. One way would be if Typhon mining person out in the street casually seeing Ethan walking along before he met Alex that same day. He knows Ethan knows him, they've seen each other around town, there are passers-by going by, it's an innocuous meeting and conversation. Typhon mining person says to Ethan, "I love your comic, it's really, really good. I can see you've been drawing the old Typhon..." Something about the old Typhon mine, don't tell anybody I told you this. But you know, right up on the far side of the ravine up there, there's this little cleft in the rock where the miners used to sort of leave interesting things that they'd found. I wouldn't be at all surprised if there wasn't some really sort of juicy treasure type stuff up there over the far side of that fallen tree trunk. Anyway, can't stop, gotta go, bye. What happens next? Ethan decides he's going to go up into the mountains. He's going exploring. He's not going to tell Gabe or Charlotte why he's going. He's not going to tell them about this conversation that he's had. And it's bad enough that he's even thinking of going. And Charlotte says, no. You know, Alex has told her via Gabe what's planned. She puts a block on it. Gabe does the same. But no, you see, Ethan's had this idea put in his head. And it's really exciting. And it's going to overcome anything that Charlotte or Gabe has told him. He's going. And he goes. And he's in the danger zone when the blast is scheduled to happen. Because what Typhon mining person couldn't have thought about was the fact that before it could happen, Gabe and Alex and Ryan would get up there. Alex would get across that tree trunk. She would rescue Ethan and bring him back to safety on the other side. So when the boulders came thundering down the mountain, it wasn't Ethan that they claimed, it was Gabe. Maybe Typhon mining man, woman did know that a rescue party had set up after Ethan, and it didn't matter because the big picture was they got to block this knowledge from ever getting out. And whatever it cost, it cost. Do you remember I said I couldn't understand why anybody, any person, would have targeted the whole group of 4 of them? Typhon mining. It's a small price to pay for keeping a big secret. Alright, now look, that's my rabbit hole theory. You make of it what you like. I laughed when I heard myself saying it. You can laugh too. But again, you know, we've had this seed of doubt put in our mind about Typhon mining. We've had lots of seeds of doubt. If you want to be absolutely and completely suspicious of the entire game, then you'd have to start questioning things like Typhon mining giving Jed the Black Lantern. That's a very strange thing for them to do. I mean, it's a lovely reward for somebody who'd rescued these miners, and on the face of it, it's a lovely thing to happen. But what happens if, say, Jed had discovered when he was rescuing those miners that Typhon Mining had been cutting corners, safety corners down in the mine, and that's why it happened in the first place. You could, I can't see a thing in this rabbit hole. It's so dark now. You could then become suspicious and think, was the Black Lantern a payoff for Jed to keep him quiet rather than him talking about what it was he'd found down there? Okay. Let's go back to reality, shall we? If it's malintent, if we're looking at a perpetrator, we need someone who had opportunity, motive, and capacity to do it. Deputy Pike is our man on the spot. He's the law. I get this feeling we can't expect him to do too much. I think Alex and I think Gabe's friends will not want to leave this to Deputy Pike. I think they're going to be doing their own investigation, looking for clues, looking at alibis, piecing together bits of information, asking questions, seeing what they can discover to make sense of it. What is she going to find, Alex, if she goes looking? And furthermore, what's she going to find if she uses her powers to get more knowledge and information and clues and suspicions about people than she would have had without it? Perhaps it really is, as Gabe said, her superpower. Wouldn't it be super ironic if this thing she was scared of is actually the thing that becomes the tool to solve her brother's murder? That's as far as I go with my thinking. And I did say to you, it was going out on a limb. The truth is out there. Make of it what you will. I think Gabe was murdered. I think, on balance of probability, it's not Typhon Mining. If I was being made to place a bet, and I am not a betting person at all, I think person or persons unknown are responsible for what happened, and I don't know why. So there's only one way we're going to find out, and that's to crack on. Let's get into Life is Strange, True Colours, Episode 4. Is Gabe dead? Gabe's dead.
I'm not big on speeches. I've always believed that the role of the bartender is to shut up and listen. And by that measure, Gabe was the worst bartender I've ever known.
I can't suspect Jed.
I never issued a speeding ticket to someone on a bicycle before. Till he came along.
He cared so much about my admissions essay. Even though he probably couldn't spell admissions or essay.
I forgot about Riley. She's going to be missing.
He booked my band to play the Lantern. All the way from Seattle to pretty much right where I'm standing.
I can recall 14 specific instances where Gabe said something that made me laugh.
Okay, this guy's a character, isn't he? Oh God, he's written them all down.
The first was 2 years ago.
So, long story short, instead of a ticket, I ended up buying him a beer.
Gabe stood like 3 feet away, grinning like a doofus at us. I'm sure there were more people, but I only remember him.
And then he said, I know! That's why the K is silent.
No one's going to shut him up, are they? They're just going to let him have his speech. He's the only one who's laughing.
Then the fifth time...
Oh, God.
He cared about everyone.
He was the kind of guy you wanted to be around.
He does seem a
He was
solid
a
dude.
world-class bullshitter.
He was my best friend.
There you go. Mac, would you like to say
All I
something?
want to say about Gabe is he came into this bar as a stranger, but he left it as family.
Jed, I'm so sorry I ever suspected you. I didn't really.
Guess that's that then. What happened to Gabe was a senseless, tragic accident. And I just wish
It
that
wasn't an accident.
Ooh.
now is not the time.
Gabe called the mine. I gave him my sat phone to be sure he could get through. They fucked up. And now Gabe's dead.
That was my shift. If anyone had called, it would have gone through me. Nobody called.
Alex, come on. Use your powers.
Lying. In front of Gabe's own fucking sister. Alex heard the whole thing.
She didn't hear the whole thing, did she?
Well, I didn't hear Gabe make the call,
That is true.
but he told us he got through.
That's true.
Well, if Gabe said something, then I'm inclined to believe him, Mac. What are you saying?
Yeah, Mac.
I'm not saying anything. Just, I didn't get a call. Draw your own conclusions.
All right, folks. This is an ongoing investigation.
How
And
about
that-
we review the sequence of events?
Yes.
Son,
When I saw you at the record store, you seemed pretty eager to find Gabe. Remember why? Another fight with Riley, maybe?
No, I don't have to take this.
Just saying. Pretty wild that you come stumbling out of Gabe's apartment with your face all fucked up.
Ryan.
And just a couple hours later, you just so happened to miss the call that would have saved his life.
Look, I told you there was no call to miss. Okay, maybe the call got dropped. Or shit, I mean, it's not like Gabe was Mr. Reliable all the time.
Oh, that's not the right thing to say.
Mac.
Ryan, that's enough. Now, I'm just as eager as you to understand all this, son, but there was a time...
Bullshit, Dad. This little weasel's calling Gabe a
Oh,
liar.
poor
his own
Charlotte, look
fucking
at her.
wake.
No, I am just telling you.
Mac, I swear, if you say there was no call one more fucking time.
Stop it! Stop it now! This is not the time or place. We're all here for Gabe.
You see, it's surprising that Mac is there, isn't it?
Okay, Ryan?
Sure, I'm sorry. It's not... I'm just...
He's in a mess, isn't he? He is a mess. Don't take it personally, Ryan. Alex, you haven't said a word yet. Well, apart from about the phone call.
I'm not the one who killed him.
You're not the one who killed him. Oh,
Aren't you,
God.
though?
Oh, God, come on.
Fuck did you just say?
Ryan,
Oh, you've
back
just gone
off.
too far.
I'm just saying. I thought I heard that you were
Mac,
the one.
you shut the hell up.
No, go ahead. You got something to say, Mac? Let's fucking hear
Come on,
it.
guys.
It's all coming out.
Make me intervene.
All right, fine. As long as we're tossing around accusations, way I hear it, you're the guy who cut the
I
rope.
think he knows that already. Whoa! This is really kicked off right at the very start of episode 4.
Wait's over. Everyone, out.
Oh, God. Poor Alex, what a state you're in. Did you pick anything up from all of that? Did you? There's a lot of recriminations going on. Ryan feels guilty.
Alex?
And here's Steph. I hoped it would be Steph.
Hey.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Come on, Steph. She needs a friend now. No, you're not.
God, no. I'm a fucking wreck.
Honesty is the best policy. Come on, Steph.
It's not your job to keep it together.
Thanks. Do you, it's messy, but do you want to come in?
Sure.
Yeah, go on, say yes, Steph. Give her someone to talk to. I'm settling in here. This is really well done. This is so well done. I'm enjoying this immensely. Clever.
You play guitar?
Tell her the truth.
Sort of. It was a gift. From Gabe.
Cool.
See, Steph's into music. She has a band, so that's a friendship thing you've just made there.
Gabe would try to pop wheelies outside the record store to make me laugh. Never worked. Till he wiped out. That was hilarious.
That'll be the bike he was riding when the Deputy Pike stopped him. Detective, I've promoted him.
Gabe really wanted to do the LARP for Ethan. But by the end of it, he was more jazzed about it than anybody.
Wish I could have seen it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that'll be going ahead now. And if it did, you could step up there, Alex, if you felt up to it. I'm sure Ethan would appreciate it.
We took this a year ago.
Uh-huh.
No way.
What way?
I can't.
What?
He actually kept it.
Okay. Maybe there's a bit more going on here than we thought. Come on, Alex.
Sorry. I just need a minute.
Yes, we do.
No problem.
What's that she's experiencing there?
Calm down, Alex. You're fine. You're fine.
We're not being given an opportunity to interrogate the depth of that
Whatever
emotion
that
by the
bottle
game.
made her think of, it really messed her up. I wonder if I could help her the same way I helped Ethan.
Yes. Come on, yes, that's what we said. Use it.
I need to feel her sadness to figure out how to help her.
If she can do this, I just get this feeling she's also going to be able to pick up on massive clues. We don't need the broom. We don't need the sculpture. Did we do the sculpture earlier? I might just do this again.
I wonder how she's really holding up.
Yeah, so do I. There are things to see. Let's do the broom again. It might say something different to last
One
time.
of the happiest memories I have. Thanks, Gabe.
Just stay there a minute, Chef. Chef. Steph the chef. Foam sword.
Love that Gabe was going to be part of a LARP. Would have been fun to see.
Yes, it would. I am looking at everything. I make no apologies for this. Exploring is biggest fun in any game like
Getting
this.
dressed shouldn't be so hard. And yet...
Every little thing adds something. Oh, notes under the door. I'll come back for those. Let's just continue looking around. Let's have a quick look at Shushu, who's been with you through everything.
Hey, Shushu. Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah. Well, Shushu wasn't going to go anywhere. What do we have
Feels
here?
like a million years since that day with Gabe. Hasn't even been a week.
No, you had so little time, didn't you? It's such a shame. Was that triggered by the bag thing?
Feels like a million
Yes, it
years
was.
since that
Okay.
day with Gabe. Hasn't even been a week.
Let's look at the dirty dishes that you never did get round to washing up.
Same.
State of it. Is there anything else in here? I'm going to go back and look at those notes that have come under the door. No, old TV dinner.
Living off these is not great, but it's better than leaving the apartment.
Oh wow, look at that. Basically, she's been keeping herself to herself in her grief. Darn. Was there anything to do with the games? No? Okay, let's go back to the door. You know, sometimes I begin to understand why games are called walking simulators, because there's a lot of walking. Can't even run. Can't even jog. I want to see these notes. I want to see the notes. Game, let me see the notes. Okay. I'm having a small event for your brother tomorrow at 9. I'd love to have you there, but no pressure, okay? You take all the time you need, Jed. I presume he's going to let her carry on living in that room above the Black Lantern. Another one. Alex, let me know if you need any groceries. I'll cover the cost, Jed. You see, how could I have ever suspected Jed? I told you that theory was way out, and it just was. It was just idle speculation. When you're given bits of clues about someone, you know, like being given a gift like that, an immense gift, it just, in the back of your mind when something happens. Alex, I'm so sorry. Apartment's yours for as long as you need. You know where to find me if anything comes up, Jed. Interesting. So, is he not expecting her to stay in Haven Springs, or is he saying to her, if you carry on working for me in the bar, the apartment is yours? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's only just met her, hasn't he? So, all right, game. Let's sense what it is that Steph is sensing. Come on, Alex, come on. And it is... Did these two have a relationship in the past? Steph and Gabe? Is it regret she's feeling? Guilt?
Now I can find out what's really going on with Steph.
Yes, we can. Oh, we're going to interrogate all the objects in the room as they relate to Steph and her history with Gabe.
What are they called again?
Don't shit on my yard! They're amazing! Their guitarist has one arm.
Badass.
Alright. I'm guessing that wasn't copyright music because the game allowed me to play it even though I've got the game turned off. I should be so annoyed if I have to mute that, but you know, it's part of playing. Tell me about the football game.
Dude, give it up. I already booked a bus ticket.
Wait, hear me out. One more game. If I win, you have to stay. If you win, I'll cover the ticket.
You just lost $50.
God, these two were close, weren't they? Is this BC, before Charlotte? I'm hopeless at you know, putting two and two together in this regard. I'm trying, game. Tell me some more.
To your new job at the station.
Okay.
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm not taking it. I moved to Denver next week.
You what?
But she... Is this current or is this past? Did she take the job at the station and not go to Denver, or is this more current and it was something that was happening and that her being at the station wasn't a full-time job and she was about to move to Denver? I don't think so. I've done that. You don't want me to do it again. Okay.
I need to find out why Steph is so upset.
Yes, we do. We do need to find out why Steph is so upset. So, I'm going to go looking all around the apartment again for anything that's glowing that we haven't already investigated. Well, Steph. Aha, the bottle. We've done that. We have not done this.
Damn it, fucking overpowered blue meteor.
Aww. Is your controller broken too?
We're playing until I win.
Then I'll be crashing here tonight.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your new foosball champion, Gabe Chen.
Oh, you're the worst. Can't believe I have to stay in this stupid town.
I think we both know you could have beat me if you really wanted to. So you're welcome.
Bullshit.
I think I know enough to help her now.
Well, let's try. I want to look at her
He really
first.
meant a lot to her.
Yes, he really did, didn't he? He really did. Let's help. How's she going to do
Still
it?
can't believe he's gone.
Yep. He's the whole reason I'm still... I'm sorry, Alex. Don't mind me.
Come on. We'll use all these things we've learned. This is exactly what I hoped her power would turn into.
Want to get a few matches of Dino Racer in? Could be a nice distraction.
No thanks. I just need a minute.
That didn't help.
No, it's alright. Let's not give up. There are other options, are there not? Let's go with the fuzzball. While we're talking games. Oh, she's just going to go and start playing it.
How about a quick match?
Did Gabe tell you we played?
You had a hunch.
I just had a hunch.
Which is kind of true, isn't it?
Yeah? Well, you're right. I don't really think it's a great time.
Fair enough.
Fine.
Oh no, she's fallen for it. She's going to go good. Please don't tell me I have to play this game.
First to 5 points?
Sure.
Say so.
Oh, heavens above. I've got to play the game? Okay.
So, how often did you and Gabe play?
It was
spin.
one of our favorite games.
You must be pretty good then.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Oh god. I'm rubbish at these sort of games. Oh yes! I'm having that one.
Drums.
Oh. Yeah, good shot.
How,
That's the
how
angle,
much
isn't
did
it?
you play with them?
Ooh, watch out, watch out.
Gotcha.
I can't play the. By the way, I can't play these games. I'm not this sort of. I'm not a table football arcadey game addict. No, good play. Yes, shoot. And for once, shoot actually meant shoot. Yes. We could be here a while. I apologise for the length. Click it. Kick the ball. Ah. Yes, that's a good angle. Ooh. Come on, Alex. Come on, Alex. Don't give it away. Oh, now that was weird because I was clicking the controller for ages there. It's a little effect. Yes, that's a good angle too. I think that might be... Oh no, it's not going in, but that might be... Ooh. Come on, this is more exciting than a real football match, isn't it? Or soccer, if you want to call it soccer. No! Oh, it's going to be a nail biter. You watch, I bet Steph wins. I bet Steph wins. Yeah, no. Oh. Good work, Alex.
5 points! That's game!
Yep. Big shocker.
Oh, hey, at least you played your best.
I mean, that obviously wasn't my best.
No, I get it. I mean, this is a tough game. Requires skill, timing, And the will to be a champion.
See what she's doing there?
Is that how it is?
Yeah, let's say, yeah, the crowd loves me. Let's try and jeer up.
Wait, hold on. The crowd is really picking up on my energy.
We're gonna play again.
Love you, Alex! Ah, Steph sucks! Okay, fuck you. I want a rematch.
You're on.
Do you know she's very clever, isn't she? I said she could be a psychologist. She's clever. She's
I'm
clever.
actually trying this time, so you better focus.
I'm
I am
focusing.
focusing.
Good.
Watch me
Wouldn't want you to get
focus.
distracted or anything.
Certainly not.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was the game. Let's have a quick equalizer. No. When I said
Greatest Northwest band
equalizer,
of all time, go.
Are you trying to distract me?
Oh, of course not.
oh,
Slater Kinney, if
come
you were
on.
wondering.
I'm getting hammered. I'm getting absolutely slaughtered here. Oh, but you know what, Alex? I think you've broken the ice with Steph. You've taken her mind off her despair. Okay. Good work, Steph.
Oh, yes!
That time she was trying.
Let's do one more game.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. You know Gabe would never let a tie stand.
Probably. I
then
suspect
it's
that of
settled.
Gabe. Isn't this weird? Do you find this weird?
For all the
Watcher?
marbles.
Game
So
watcher?
many marbles.
Definitely the kind of game you want to focus on.
There's definitely a sort of bonding psychology going on here, isn't there, between the two of them? It's helping Steph and it's helping Alex. I mean, Alex is acting, clearly,
Hey, so are you into girls or what?
because deep inside... I don't know what the answer to that is. Hang on. You see what's happened now? Have I got to make a decision about
Don't
this?
sweat it. I was just trying to get in your head.
The only thing in my head right
left
now
it
is
too
crushing you at food.
I left it too long to answer because I was playing fuzzball.
Shit.
Darn it. I bet we get to answer that question again later and I'll need to give it some thought.
This is what?
I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer. What? Say what?
What?
Oh, fucking finally! The House of Chen crumbles at last!
Okay, you see. Interesting. Come on, Steph.
Good game.
Thank you? You're a much better loser than Gabe. That's no fun.
Sorry to spoil the victory.
Yeah, wait till she finds her bearings again. What goes on here? Come on. Is it going to give us the chance to use the two other bits of information we found? There's something about that.
So, what are you gonna do now?
What do you mean?
Stay in Hope
That
Springs.
shit with Mac. He's clearly lying, right?
We need to learn more.
I'm not sure what Max Steele is. His story doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I do know that I need to find out exactly what happened that night. For myself and for Gabe.
Yes, Alex, this is what I thought you would do.
I've got your back. No matter what.
Yes, Steph.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I should head back to work.
Cool.
Yeah, do you know what, Alex? I think Steph may like you a lot.
Bye.
A very lot.
Bye.
I can't believe Steph's... I don't know, should I be suspicious of Steph? Is she doing this to sort of try and get on Alex's good side?
I know Gabe made that call. Did Mac really let the blast go off just to get back at him?
That's what I said. It just doesn't add up to me. It doesn't make any sense. I think we should clean the dirty clothes. Let's do some chores. Chores always help you focus, don't they? Don't they?
See? I can be a person.
That didn't take long. That was a decision point. This is Alex just starting to do normal stuff. What about the snowboard?
Would have been fun to see Gabe crush some sweet powder. Or whatever snowboarders say.
No idea what they say about snowboarding.
I could probably use a little more practice.
You and me both, sister. Let's go turntable.
At least I got to have a few good moments.
You did, didn't you? Darn it.
You served him well.
I'm guessing it's yours now. I'm sure your
One
brother
of
would
the
like you to have
happiest
it.
Memories I have. Thanks, Gabe.
Oh, comic. Now, I had a theory about the comic, which made you all laugh and made me look like someone who needs to wear an aluminium hat.
Thank God for this thing. We'd never have found Ethan without it.
No, you wouldn't, would you? Okay, comic. I see you. I see you there. We've looked at the fuzzball trophy.
Gabe really meant the world to Steph.
He did. I think Gabe knew Steph very well. And I don't mean that in any bad
So
sense.
long, depression food.
She's starting to do the things that need to be done to get back to functioning, having had a week of living on her own up here, away from the world. That was another decision moment. Look at the glasses.
Not much to toast at the moment.
No, there isn't, is there? Look at your bag again.
Feels like a million years since that day with Gabe. Hasn't even been a week.
No, it hasn't. You're still mourning. Oh yeah, an essay.
The kind of person who got that worked up over a college essay could be capable of almost anything.
Really? Or should I say Riley? I don't know. I can't work Riley out. There's got to be something. There's got to be something. Get dressed. Put some clothes on. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. Oh, God. Oh, crikey. What does that look like? Let's go logo. In honor of your brother. I've already looked at Shushu. I'm going to go up the stairs. And we'll see what's to be found up there. My left leg has gone to sleep. Apologies for that. I hate this chair. Have I said this before? Yeah. I hate this chair. Talking of chairs, let's interrogate this one.
We should have gotten so many more sunsets.
You really actually should have. You really should have. Sun and moon.
Why look up at the sky when you could look at a sculpture instead?
Yeah. I just think Alex would have gone to see Charlotte in this interim
The
period.
answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Do you think? This is a sensational view, isn't it? I mean, I've still got my tickets, my airfare to get to Haven Springs, and I'm not sure whether to cancel it on this, on the basis that I think there might be something beneath the surface of this lovely community, which is not so
I'll
attractive.
toss those soon. I swear.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how she's left them there. They're like a relic. Everything was so good at that point, wasn't it?
No birds today.
Nope. This is so beautiful. Is that the Colorado flag?
Gabe really loved this place.
I wouldn't know if it was. Would apologise. I apologise to
Gabe was such a dad.
people from Colorado. Oh, hello. What is to see
Time
here?
to find Mac and get some answers.
You could stay here too. I wouldn't try to stop you.
Yeah, good. I'll be the only trans person in a town with a population of like 4. That sounds like a blast for me. Thanks for not trying to stop me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Izzy. It's not you. And it's not the band. I fucking love that shit. But I need to try this. It's just time for something new.
I knew it. I knew this would happen eventually. Fucking... See you around, Steph.
Ooh, interesting. Scribble, scribble, scribble in my notebook. Oh, please, no.
I bet Gabe could even make golf fun.
Can we play this game? No. It was a forlorn hope. Now, that game I would have played had it allowed me to. Alright, I think we've interrogated everything up here. I do love this view. I mean, you just feel like standing up and clapping the environment artist who designed this. I wonder if it was based on real life photographic survey of this place, because it's just gorgeous. Look at it. Okay, I've changed my mind. I am gonna fly out there. When this murder investigation is over and we've removed whoever the baddie is, or baddies are. It's interesting that they're sort of starting to discount the accident theory, but not completely. There's still discussion about, it could have happened. Max says it wasn't him. I'm inclined to believe Mac. Oh, this game is calling me. Can you hear it? Can you hear this pesky game? It's not going to let me go.
Never asked Gabe how we got this upstairs. Now it's staying.
Are you staying too? I'll have a quick game on your game. Gabe would have wanted this. You know he would. Alright, I think I remember the how to, but I better check, hadn't I? Yeah, up, down, power up, collect them all. Got it. Let's go. Come on, little minor person. And don't get too manic. What did I say? No! That's a ghost. I did so much better at this game the first time I played it. Woo! Yeah, come on, we've got to clear the lot now. We're doing this for Gabe. It's what Gabe would have wanted. That ghost's going that way. Don't you go that way. Oh, Ghost 2. Son of Ghost. No. No. They're after me. Oh. More than that, they've got me. I've got one miner left. And he's not a 49er. In fact, I'm not sure what team he supports. Let's go. We can do this. Loving that headlamp. Go, quickly, go, quickly, go. You can do this. Good fellow. I'm on level 2. While I'm doing this, I'm going to think about the game. I'm thinking. I actually like Steph. And I think Steph is genuine. If she isn't, she did an awfully good impression of being very upset. And I think Alex is convinced that her feelings for Gabe were genuine. Excuse me, about to die. They were really, really good friends. They spent a lot of time together. They were partners in crime. But is there something she's hiding too? I just don't know. Riley, I can't read at all. She seemed extremely upset too, didn't she? She was so grateful. Without Gabe's help, her application for college may not have succeeded. It still hasn't, but at least she'd be much further behind with it than she is now. So he was important to her. Would she really want to do him harm. Why would she want to do him harm? He's helping her get what she wants. Mac, I don't know. I honestly don't know. His problem is that he's kind of given himself bad press by his behaviour and attitude so far. So it's easy to suspect him of I'm dead. It's easy to suspect him of something, but too easy. And if it wasn't him... Yes, I'll leave the arcade, thank you. If it wasn't him, then who was it? Who else had a motive? And I keep going back to this thing, was it Gabe who was the target? Gabe died, but it was a blunt instrument to use to kill somebody. Let's look at the photo.
I never got to see bartender Gabe in action.
You didn't.
But he left some pretty big shoes to fill.
You really didn't, actually. Not once did you get to see him be bartender. It's an absolute tragedy, isn't it? Come on, we're going to go. We can't stay in here all week. I'm keeping an eye on the time. You know that I like to keep the episodes to about an hour, but we'll see. This has been a sort of fairly meaty one for gathering bits of evidence, and we're not quite sure what they all mean yet, but you know, some of it's starting to make a little bit of sense. What's gone on here? Why is there a chair on its side on the floor? Tell me what's going on, chair.
Things got pretty heated back there.
Oh, this is from the initial bust up. I didn't notice him knocking the chair over. Hey, Jed.
Oh, hey, kid, you don't have to do that.
Too late.
Time to discuss your future, young lady.
To apologize. For all of us. We're all grieving, but that's no excuse. It was your brother's wake, and you both deserve better than listening to a bunch of fools squabble.
I would kind of appreciate that. It wasn't Mac's fault, and I'm going to toast the dead Gabe.
I appreciate it. That was pretty rough. Although it's hard to imagine a good version of your dead brother's wake.
No, there's no good version. Just all of us trying to get through it together the best we can.
Yes, Jed. Together.
Wasn't the first wake held in this old building. I doubt it'll be the last. Anyway, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
I need to talk to Mac. I know he's lying. I just don't know why. Any idea where I can find him?
Well, he helps out Eleanor at the flower shop. That'd be the place to start.
Thanks.
No.
I feel like I should warn you, though. You might not get the kind of closure you're looking for. If you get any at all. Just don't pin all your hopes on Mac Loudon.
Oh my God. Granny Flower Shop knows something. You don't have to pin all your hopes on him. Or do you? I'm going to say I get it.
Thanks for looking out for me, but what else am I supposed to do?
True. Got to start somewhere.
I wish I had an answer for you. But if you get a chance before you go all Dirty Harry, swing by the dispensary. Charlotte wants to see you. And one more thing.
Yes, Jed. Yes, come on. Yes.
I've been meaning to give you this for the last few days, but I didn't want to disturb you up there. It'll get you through that door and the one upstairs.
It's yours.
This is your home now, for as long as you'd like.
The obvious thing would say, what about rent? But then he's probably going to say, you're working in the bar. I'm going to say, as long as I like. Let's ask. How long?
As long as I like. Really?
I don't want to make any assumptions or put any pressure on you about what to do next, but you're always welcome.
Oh, Jed. Stop being such a good guy. How can I suspect you of anything?
Thank you.
Give him hell.
And read your phone. Who is this? Who?
I have no idea what to even say to him.
Yeah, this isn't good. This isn't good, is it? Let's go back to the top. Hey Alex, this is Ryan. It was really nice meeting you. The record store opens again. Oh, nice meeting you too. Sounds good. Alex, I'm so sorry. I should have saved him. I don't know what to say. Hey, that was terrible. You shouldn't have had to see that. I know you're going through a lot, but can we talk? I know it's asking a lot, but I think I really need to talk to you. Ooh. Okay, we've got a bunch of messages here. Let's read them all. Alex, I'm so sorry. You don't have to respond, but I just wanted to tell you, thank you for saving Ethan's life. I don't know what I would do if I lost him. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. That's Charlotte. You should be grateful for that. Let's go with Ducky. Ducky, are you going to be the comedy relief in this? Dear Alex, it was very much my pleasure meeting you this evening. I hope you find a welcoming home here in Haven. I look very much forward to our next meeting. Sincerely, Reginald McAllister III. And Alex responded, thank you, Ducky, that's very sweet. That was before it all kicked off. Steph. I'm going to come back to you, Steph. Oh, there's so many messages. What does Dr. Lynn want? Oh, this was when she was still there. May I stop by your room briefly? Yes. Good luck in this new chapter of your life. Have I missed all these messages before now? Please know that I'm here for you if you need me. This caller has been blocked. You will no longer receive messages from their number. Interesting. I'm going to go back to the top now and look at Steph. Hey Alex, it's Steph. Sorry I had to run out like a crazed person. Excited to meet you for real at the Lantern tonight. You too. And then we have, hey Alex, it's Steph. I'm so sorry. I loved Gabe. I can only imagine what you're going through. Please call me if you need anything. And then we had Riley. Alex, I'm so sorry. Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. These are just innocuous, sort of standard texts that people would send in this situation, aren't they? Mostly. Morning, Alex. Did you get my notes? I'm holding a small service for Gabe at 9 AM today if you care to join us. No pressure at all. Thanks, Jed. I'll be down soon. Glad to hear it. She did come down. She didn't say much. Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea from the children's home. Hey, Alex, it's Chelsea. Thank you so much for help with Harley last night. My jaw is still sore, but it could have been way worse if you didn't step in. Hey, Chelsea, I'm glad you're okay. Harley is awful. Don't worry. Not every girl is that bad in foster care. Text me if you need me, okay? 3 hearts. OMG, thank you. I didn't think I was going to get birthday gifts. The necklace is beautiful. Happy birthday. Don't be too thankful. I bought it at a pawn shop. LOL. Hey, orphans can't be picky, right? Truth. Hey, Alex, sorry to bother you. Do you have any spare pads? I'm having a situation here. No bother. Check the drawer in my nightstand. I think I stashed some in there. You remain my hero. Thank you. Heart. Hey Chelsea, I have something important to tell you and didn't want to wait. At the end of the month, I'm going to move to Colorado and live with my brother. Leaving you was the literal only downside to this plan. I'm really sorry. Just know that I'm always a phone call or text away. Okay. And Chelsea texted, congrats. Don't be so sorry. I'm so happy for you. Can we talk more this weekend? I want to hear all about it. Sounds good. And then the day she left, good luck today, I'll miss you. I'll miss you. Don't let anyone push you around, okay? You're rad as hell. Life has been hard these past few years, but I'm really glad we met. And Alex said, me too. And we've left Gabe till last. World's okayest boyfriend. Goh. You were right, Ree Sunflowers. Feel like I'll get used to saying that with you. I won't get used to hearing it. By the way, I invited you to our neighbourhood on my block. Check it out when you have a sec. Cool, thanks. gosh, all those messages. Oh, Alex. Yeah, shake of her head. What do you make of all that? It's just a reminder of the past, isn't it? My phone is still being flagged up here because we've got stuff to read. I'm going to read them. Steph. A year ago, I was ready to ditch this place to keep moving like I always do, and a year ago, Gabe was the reason I stayed. But even though he's gone now, and even though I miss him like hell, I still have reasons to stay. Thanks for showing me that, Alex. And Steph added, even if your fuzzball skills could use some work. Alex said, yeah, no argument there. And then on my block, Mac Loudon deleted his comment. Interesting. Riley. Gabe was the most caring person I've ever met. He never stopped looking for ways to make life better, whether that meant coming to Haven to find his dad. What? Or fighting to get a grill all the way up the stairs to his rooftop. And he was always willing to help anyone else who wanted to improve their lives. He probably put even more hours into my college interview than I did. He was the kind of person you meet once in a lifetime. Goodbye, Gabe. I'll miss you forever. Eleanor Leith said, lovely message, dear, and added a heart. And Sam Merlant said, I'm here if you want to talk. And Josh Hopkins, same here. And Jed said, as we know, we're having a send-off for Gabe Chen at the Lantern on Wednesday at 9 a.m. All are welcome. And there's that photo again. And Jed said, bring something that reminds you of him. Jason Pike said, I'll bring some food for everyone too. And Jed said, thanks, Jason. Yeah, maybe Jason's not so bad. The Silver Dragon will be operating on irregular hours for the next few weeks. Check the website for more details. Sorry for any inconvenience. And obviously people knew why. Riley said, let me know if I can do anything for you. Jed said, hang in there, you're not alone. And Jesse Whitaker said, I can open the shop for you if you need. Whatever I can do. And the county sheriff, excuse me, Gunnison County Sheriff's Department is working hard to serve and protect the citizens of Haven Springs. If you have any questions, concerns, or would like to report a crime or vandalism, you can contact us over the phone through our website or by speaking with a deputy. Mark Resendez said, when will the hiking trails be open again? Gunnison County Sheriff replied, unfortunately the trails we've closed are still part of an active investigation. We'll get them opened again as soon as we can. David Braswell. Oh, he's helpful. Can't we just put this to bed? He was where he shouldn't have been. Shit happens. Josh Hopkins. Someone's eager to give Typhon a pass. A person died. Doesn't that mean anything to people? And my block. The poster has disabled any further replies. Sonny Anderson. Anyone on here got a good handyman? We can't seem to get any hot water to the upstairs shower. Jed. I'd offer to lend you Ryan, but it might be a while before he's feeling up to it. And Sonny Anderson replied, yeah, I get it. Thanks anyway, Jed. Nate Langman. I used to be a handyman back in Philly. I could take a look at it free of charge if you want. Sonny Anderson. Lifesaver. There's so many messages. Eleanor, we've not heard much from you. In all the darkness that surrounds the death of a loved one, I think it's important to remember the good times, so I want to share one of my favourite memories of Gabe Chen. I just sold him a bouquet, and he admitted that he'd put his foot in his mouth again with his girlfriend and needed to make it up to her. I sent him on his way with some lovely tulips, but 15 minutes later, there he was again. I asked Charlotte if I could have her tulips in exchange for these tulips, so now I'm back. Riley Leith. What a guy. Practically kept us in business. Charlotte Harmon. I think I actually remember this. Jason Pike. Guy could sure light up a room. Jed Lucan. No kidding. Typhon Mining. Typhon Mining. I know, I'm sorry. Conspiracy theorists. Let's all unite. I need some more tin foil, actually. The hat I made myself is sort of worn out.
I feel sick.
Why is that? Because it's Typhon Mining? We here at Typhon Mining were shocked and saddened to hear about Gabe Chen's death. Such loss of life is always tragic and affects many in our community. We would like to take this time to assure the community that Typhon remains committed, as always, to following the strictest safety practices in the industry. Your community is our community, and we will cooperate with any and all law enforcement investigations until this matter can be properly laid to rest. My block, the poster, has disabled replies. Jed. Yeah, we know that. We've read those. Those are all ones. How very, very interesting. We're coming up to the hour mark, but I'm going to let... Why would you want to go back upstairs? I'm going to let Alex have a wander around. I think we've seen the Wall of Shame.
I bet Gabe would be up here a lot if he wasn't the one taking the pictures.
Yes, but I think we'll still do some exploring in the bar. Ooh, look at that one over there, memory table. We need to look at that.
Gabe would have appreciated having beer at his wake.
He would. It was a low-key thing, wasn't it? Ooh, hello, Umbrella. What story do you have to tell? Wow. Come on. I want it. Let me. We're going in.
Incredible mom. And I decided I wanted to be a ranger. She was the first person I told. She said, "You're exactly what these mountains need." Bye, Mom.
This isn't the first time this room has been used for a wake.
Is that Jed without his beard?
Do you know, I think it might be. You mean he was young once? How dare he?
I should put something here.
Oh my lord, look at all this stuff. Oh, look at the drawing
They
first.
must have been close. Poor Ethan.
Yes, we've not heard anything from Ethan, have we? But then I suppose it's inappropriate, given his age, that he would be present at anything like this.
Gabe Chen, smooth criminal.
Oh, this is the tickets. Taking perp to Black Lantern for questioning real wise guy. Dear.
I wish we'd had more time.
Indeed. What who painted the portrait? I'm guessing it was Charlotte. So are you.
Dorks.
Drumsticks?
Courtesy of Haven's favorite DJ, I bet.
I bet so too. Keep away from my drums. Alright, we've done
Maybe I
that.
can find something upstairs to put on the memory table.
I think you probably can, but I'd quite like to just finish looking down here if that's alright,
If I never
Alex.
saw mining equipment ever again, it'd be too soon.
I wouldn't dispel that thought too quickly if I were you. Oh no, we're not going to play Arkanoid. Hang on. Pool table?
Damn, Ducky.
Ducky wins 8 times, everyone else won 1. Ducky's a whiz at pool.
Why do I feel like this is a challenge?
Yeah, it does look like it. I don't think you're supposed to work your way through them all on the same night.
I'll spend the rest of my life wondering what would have happened if Ryan hadn't cut that rope. I bet he will too.
I bet he will too, but I think he'll be not wondering about what would have happened. He'll know what would have happened, but he'll be thinking over and over about the actual act of cutting the rope. Can you imagine the next time he has to cut a piece of rope for anything?
This town has a long memory. Guess it's nice to know that Gabe won't be forgotten.
Amelia Rosen Goldstein. On this site, Amelia Goldstein operated a bed and breakfast for 9 years, known for its beautiful rooftop garden. It still has it. She died at the age of 32 of influenza. Though married shortly before her death, the identity of her husband remains a mystery. We've read this before. Is this something we're going to have to keep coming back to? Alright, let's carry on around the room. Let me guess, Ducky's also an ace at darts. Really? No, let's put a sad face on. Come on. It's how you're feeling, isn't it? She's going to turn them into a sad face.
That's more like it.
Yeah. I don't know that we need to change it, do we? I think we'll leave it as it is. And this is the award, which we've seen
Courage
before.
and devotion that night too. Wasn't enough, I guess.
Yeah, this is why I think Jed can appreciate what Ryan's been through. The Rotary Club of Haven Springs gave him that award. It wasn't an award from the mining company. This business with the mining company really, really worries me. I'm going to go upstairs and see if I can find something to put on Gabe's table. Interestingly, it made me go back before I could go forwards. We are coming up to the hour mark, so I'm going to finish this scene in the Black Lantern before she goes off to look for someone to talk to next.
Wonder what I can find up here to add to Gabe's memory table.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, we're not carrying that arcade machine downstairs. You'll put your back out. I don't know. You can't use shoo-shoo. What do you think? Any ideas? How about the glass? No, not the glasses. How about the fuzzball bottle? That seems good.
Gabe really meant the world to Steph.
Yes. Can we not pick that up? No. Game, what are you going to say to me that I can take downstairs? I'm not putting a dirty dish down there. I'm going to clean them while I'm here. Come on. This is your place now. Wow. Could you do that at my house as well? That was super quick.
Clean home, clean mind. Right, Dr. Lynn?
Interesting. Most of the things that we're coming across here we can only look at. We're not being allowed to do any more than that. And what about the snowboard? Could we take the snowboard downstairs?
Would have been fun to see Gabe.
Yes, it would. You've said that already.
Powder. Or whatever snowboarders say.
We've looked at the notes. They're the same notes we saw last time. We can't go in the bathroom. We could go upstairs. Shall we go upstairs? We'll see if there's anything up there that is particularly... Maybe the beer cans that she was sharing a drink with him. Perhaps she'd take one of those down with her. It's hard to find something meaningful. Do you know, I'm going to sit. Come on, Alex. You know you want to. Let's soak up this view.
I thought this was going to be the one. Finally. Despite all the disappointments, I really let myself believe.
You did, didn't you?
I believed you. Completely. I let myself hope. Really hope. For the first time in years. Even after I freaked out in front of you and hit you, you didn't push me away. You sat right there and told me that I wasn't broken, that I was special, and I belonged. Then you died, and I don't know what to believe now, except you're gone again, and I'm still here.
She's doing so well. You are alone. Fact. She's doing so well. Okay, girl. Come on. Onwards and sideways, if not upwards. Don't jump over the balcony. It's not recommended. I'm struggling to find something that we can take down to the table. I'm looking around here. Nothing's saying that it can be taken. I'm going to go back downstairs and see if I can find anything. I think it's probably important that I do find something. If I spend too much time wandering around here not finding it, I will cut this bit out until the time that I do actually work out what on earth it is I'm supposed to be picking up. I haven't been around this corner, but there's nothing there apart from a couple of cactus plants and a water barrel. Let's go downstairs, Alex. Hello? Interesting. Was she supposed to have done that? And not found anything? Do you know, I think...
Wonder what I can find up here
I don't
to
know.
add to Gabe's memory table.
I don't know. We've done the photos thing. We know what they are. We can't do the essay because we know that's from Riley.
Feels like a million years.
Yes, we know.
since I
You've said
played
that.
with Gabe. Hasn't even been a week.
Can't take any dishes with us. There's nothing in that corner. There's nothing on the fridge. There is the statue, the sculpture, but we've looked at that already. There's the comic, the video game. Can we take the video game?
Gabe used to swat the controller out of my hands if he thought I was going to beat him. Jerk.
We can't take that with us. We can't take the fuzzball trophy. We can take the album. There it is. Good heavens. It's a little bit glicky, the controller here. I just made that word up.
Perfect for the memory table.
Do you like that word, glicky? I don't even know what it means. I think I meant to say glitchy. So, you've got the album. I can't see it, but I think you've got it. Where is it on your body? Not now, mine haunt. Crikey. There's a time and a place. And this is neither. Come on, Alex. Make this gesture to him. You know you want to. She's doing tremendously well when you think about it. She could be in
Glad I have
pieces.
something to add to Gabe's table.
Yeah, me too. The table of Gabe is here. No, it's not. The table of Gabe is here. Was nobody cleared up down here? I suppose there's been no one to do it apart from Jed. And that's sad in itself, isn't it? Put your album down. Suddenly she has it in her hand again. And we made a memory in the process. All right, young lady. Let's go talk to Jed.
I've only known Jed a few days, but he's got my back better than any care worker ever did.
I want to believe that Jed is genuine and that he really does care for her because she was Gabe's sister. And he cared for Gabe, I think.
Hopefully, things around here can settle down again.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, it would. Not like anything's going to be the same ever again, though, is it? Particularly. Nothing to see over here, but there is something on the table. Beer taps.
No one could blame me for wanting to drink all my sorrows away.
Yeah, but you're not going to do that, are you? Let's talk to Jed again.
Hopefully, things around here can settle down again.
Yes, you've said that already, Jed. I'm starting to believe you may be an android who is malfunctioning. Carving? Who did that?
RM and TB. I wonder who they were.
Interesting. I think we've already looked at this family
They look
photograph.
happy together.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Way back in spring 2000. What's the story there?
Late wife in that photo. Not a day goes by that I don't miss her. But these last few, they've been hard.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Has it reminded him, do you think, of when his wife died? Having to have another wake, but this time for Gabe. There's a jukebox. I'm going to look at it because
I wonder what Gabe's favorite track on here was.
I don't know, and I don't think we're going to be able to use this because of the restriction on music. I'm going to say use it, but I shall leave it. Are these made up songs? I don't know. You know, when you get older, you've got this memory, and it's like a box with a soggy bottom, a cardboard box. And as you push new tunes in the top, there's a danger that old tunes will fall out of the bottom. So there comes a time when you actually stop pushing every new tune into the top of the box and you become very selective. So there are thousands of bands with names out there which this doesn't sound real, but maybe, and you wouldn't know. I should try and listen to it. It's not playing.
Song missing. That's too bad.
It is. Yeah, it's not going to let us hear any of them, so we'll leave that box alone. Thank you. And we're out of the door. Now that is the point at which I am going to stop because we're on an hour and 10 minutes-ish. And with my introduction as well, it's going to be nearly an hour and a half. I'll see if there's a cutscene here that we need to follow before we stop. Ah, look, it's just so gorgeous. The artwork in this is jaw-dropping.
Okay, Jed said I might find Mac in the flower shop.
He did.
But I have time to swing by the dispensary if I want.
Do you know what? We're going to do both, but we're going to do them at the start of episode 5. I'm going to stop there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed episode 4. We found a few interesting things out, and it's like pulling a jumper. There are so many loose ends starting to appear, but there's a kind of pattern, and some of the things that I talked about at the beginning sort of got echoed in that, didn't they? The suspicion of Typhon mining, whether Mac was really up to it or not, and whether other people have got stuff to hide, things in their past that we don't know about. Steph, for instance. Izzy, whoever that was, presume not around anymore. Ryan. Okay, it is time to stop. I'm going to pause there. Thanks ever so much for watching episode 4, and I'll be along with episode 5 soon. So, see you then. Bye.